Hi and welcome to another reading with me, Leenna, and today we're going to be doing another reading for pet owners. So this would be a message from your pet, and for those of you that have passed a pet, it could be that have a pet who's passed. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. So those of you who've had a pet that has passed away, and if you're still thinking about them, this could also be a message from them, or it could be from one of your pets that is currently sitting on your lap as well. So we've got 4 options for you. We've got the vice versa with the 9 of cups. If you want to go according to the picture, we've got the high priestess from the Frideborg Tarot. And if you are looking for weekly and other type of tarot readings as well, especially learning tarot, do check out Lisa's channel and blog. Well, from the Housewives Tarot, we have the Ace of Swords, and then from the Steampunk Tarot, we have the Messenger of Airships, and that would be the Page, yes, the Page of Swords. So choose one. And as you're choosing, just to let you know that I'm not currently doing any private readings except for my patrons and for those established customers already, and that's because I currently don't have the time to do private readings. So we're going to keep these aside. We're going to start with the vice versa tarot. So I hope you've made your choice, and then we're going to go on to what your pet wants you to know. Let me just adjust this up there, and let's see what your pet wants you to know at this time. So we have the 2 of Swords. So they're talking about a decision that you need to make. For some of you, it's about a baby. The 8 of Wands, it might be coming fast, or you need to make a decision before the next full moon. But there's something that you're not seeing. And it's about a new beginning. The change is coming up really, really fast. But you shouldn't trust this person. So whatever change is coming up, it's coming up by... I'm sorry, I'm just looking for my other deck. Oh, there it is, sorry. I want to clarify with the LeNormand. So whatever change is coming up, it's coming up within the next 2 months. It's faster than you think it is. So time's kind of flying. But something you've not seen, or you're not knowing, and that is something to do with I wanted to say fire sign. For some of you it could be fire sign, but for most of you it's a water sign, especially a Scorpio or a Cancerian, and for some of you a Pisces as well. And something around June, July is going to be very obscured in your vision, so you need clarity about that. And I feel that your pet is trying to tell you, you're running out of time now. You're better off making the decision now and acting now rather than waiting for June or July, because come June or July, this person is going to obscure the issues and what's going on. Let me just choose another 3 cards. I'm trying to keep this one short. 2 of Wands, the Star, 10 of Swords, also with the Moon. I haven't looked at the eclipses this year. I think it's talking about last year's eclipse or 2020's, where you might have changed something and someone might be trying to change things in the background or make you to go back to a situation, or trying to lure you back into a situation. For some of you, this could be a work situation, but your pet wants you to know that sure, your dreams are happening, things are moving. I mean, they don't want you to go back. especially if this was a person that you were dealing with. There's someone who is currently overseas or traveling, who's coming back, who will cut their journey short, and that's something that you wish, and that's going to bring you happiness. In terms of work, if something, if some kind of work or job that you were doing was outsourced to companies outside of your area, they could be coming back in and using more local people or something to that effect. Or if you are looking for a new job as well, it could also be that you're going to get a job from someone who is based overseas. But it could be remote work because the journey is cut off. You don't need to worry about it. But your pet wants you to make the decision now, because come June or July, it's not going to be the best time for you to decide. You're not going to get the best offers. And you might miss out on love. I think they're very worried that you're going to miss out on love and a good work situation, because they kind of bound up together here. So try to make your decision now, or set your intention or visualization. If you're working on a vision board, do that all now. Like, do it today. Turn off this video, get off YouTube, get out your pens and your drawers and your magazines to cut out those pictures and vision board, or write out your dreams and intentions and what you want for your future. And because your pet is saying you got to do that now, you got to make your intention known now, you got to make your wishes known now, and you got to decide to leave this manipulative person behind in the past and not allow them to drag you back into some situation that you were in June and July last year. Oops. So I was trying to shuffle it up, and in the reading we got the Four of Wands jumping out for you. This normally means stability and home and stuff like that, but it's on the flip side. So I feel it's, again, you need to leave the old situation, because they're kind of leaving the house and going out into like these greater pastures there. And you're still moving towards the light, and you're going with someone who's very different, but probably a lot more fun than the person you've left behind, or the person who's trying to get back into your life. So, or the company that wants you to work for them again. So, let the universe know what you want right now. So that was the vice versa. And now we're going to go on to option number 2 with the Frideborg. And this is, what does your pet want you to know at this time? So it could be a pet who's with you at the moment, or it could be a pet that has passed away. It doesn't have to be recent. And let's see what your pet wants you to know. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got Justice. Four of Cups. Some of you who chose the first one might have chosen this one. It's got a lot of the same energy. Page of Swords. Oops, sorry. Okay, we'll take these two then. Five of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands. And let's see what else. Six of Wands. The Black Cat, which is a special card in the Frideborg Tarot, and the Seven of Cups reversed. I keep thinking that there's repeating cards here, but there aren't, and that's very weird, because I feel that they're here. So it could be that you're missing synchronicities, and they want you to know you need to pay attention, because you could be missing major synchronicities and what is that word starting with C? Happenstance, or I'm just not getting it. So major synchronicities. Why isn't that word coming to me today? Anyway, it's not happenstance. it's just not coming. Anyway, so that's what it feels like. And instead of double cards, we've got a sequence. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 7. We don't have a 3, but we've got a 2. We don't have a 1. So, and then we also got the Queen and then the Page. So something's moving, but it's not moving in a way that you can see properly, because it's kind of higgledy-piggledy, or it's not discernible to you. And one of the reasons is because you are not seeing the synchronicities. So there's a lot of balance and good judgment there. They could be talking about you needing to follow the right path that's good for you. And you could be experiencing a little bit of depression at this time, or a lack of optimism, because you can't see your choices there. You can't see what is available to you, but you need to think out of the box with the Queen of Wands, because she's very creative, and you might even need to change your image a little bit, and do something a bit different. So the Black Cat card there, for me, it means magic, and it means there's a lot of magic around you. Your image is changing, and you are getting something that is very good, but you need to kind of slink up to it like a cat. Kind of not show your interest, and kind of allow things to develop. So if this is about love, it's telling you there is the possibility that you might feel someone has a lot of options, and you might be getting depressed that they may not be looking at you, and your pet is saying, well, you're not taking, they don't have any other options. They are looking at you, but you're not showing your best self to this person. And if it's not for love, it could also be for work, that you're not kind of putting in the effort. But they are also telling you that you do have the victory there, and things are moving very well for you. And if you do have a cat, especially a black cat, then they're saying that they're helping you some way, whatever. If they have any magic, if you have any magic, they are using it to help you. For some reason, I'm thinking about what's his name, Salem from Sabrina, the TV series. Anyway, so we got the bridge, we've got the bouquet, the sun, the coffin, the scythe, and the man. So for a lot of you, this is about love, and it's about love, and as well as sex. And they telling you, these three look like they're very good for love. If there was any distance, if there was any obstacles that needed to be bridged, they are being bridged. There is again that victory there. But they're also telling you things have changed, or you have to change. You have to cut out something. There is a person coming in, especially a masculine energy. They might be coming via the internet. They might have a lot of money, or offer you a chance, if it's about work, to work online or remotely. And if this is about love or about sex as well, then it's telling you there's going to be a lot of opportunity for that as well. So basically your pet is kind of going, just, you need to do something. You need to do something about the way you look. I'm actually getting, again, that's kind of Salem the cat kind of vibe, where, he wouldn't say it as politely, but basically, you need to do something about the way you look. You need to do something about the way you're presenting yourself, because there's so much of opportunity there for you. The people that are wanting to employ you, or the person that you might be crushing on or that you're interested in, is not looking at anyone else at the moment, but they're looking for you to kind of step up in some way, and you need to do that. And a lot of it has to do with presentation, the way you look and the way you're presenting yourself. So it might be worth it if you are having a Zoom interview or Zoom meetings to kind of get out of your t-shirts, get out of your sweatshirts, and kind of change the energy around you. And if you are, you know, female, at least apply some lipstick, and if you are male, at least, you know, brush your hair, that kind of thing. So that is what your pet wants you to know. Especially if you have a cat, they're kind of sarcastic and kind of say how it is. But anyway, that is what I have for you. So let's go on to, I think option number 3 was the Ace of Swords with the Housewives Tarot. Oops, we left a card. And let's see what your pet wants you to know. Okay. What does your pet want you to know? And your pet could be there with you now, or they could be in spirit if they passed away. What do they want you to know? We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, so it could be about stability or money. The Ten of Swords reversed, it feels like you're not letting go. We've got identity. Sorry, I started off with the vice versa, so I keep wanting to flip them over. 7 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 9 of Cups reversed, the Devil reversed, 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords reversed. So what does your pet want you to know? So again, we have a sequence 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on, do we have a 6? No, we don't have a 6. So 7, 8, 9. No, we have 2 5s. So your pet feels you have, so for some of you this is very literal. If you have a dog on a leash or some other animal on a leash or other pet on a leash, they want you to know it's making them very, very upset and angry. They will probably bark at you non-stop if they're a dog, and if they're a cat they would go off, and you know, this is why they're behaving the way they are, is because they cannot stand that leash or that restriction that they have, you know, that you have them in. If it's a cat, it's a cat box, perhaps, especially if you're traveling. They could actually be hurting their claws because they are trying to escape, and they are, I can actually see their paws bleeding. So, you know, for them it's very cruel, and it's very they're losing trust in you, and they are feeling very unloved, and they are questioning who you are to them and who they should be to you. So this is almost to the point where dogs turn really, really cheeky, as we say here, and they become aggressive to their owners as well as other people. And I'm not sure how cats, I guess cats would be showing problematic behavior. If this is a horse and it's got something between its teeth, or it's on reins as well, the bit is hurting it so much that it's going to run off and throw you, and you know, it's not going to take anymore. So they're trying to tell you they're at the breaking point. Do not keep them restricted. Do not try and control them in this way. They would rather you talk nicely to them. They would rather you explain to them what is going on. So for those of you that have those cats in travel, you know, those plastic travel boxes or whatever they are called, They want to know where they're going. They want to know how long it's going to be for. They want to know why you're moving them. And you should have this talk with them before they go into the box, and give them an update every time they stop. And this will keep them feeling much better and not so anxious and not so angry at you. If it's a dog and it's on a leash, it's wanting more options. It's wanting a lighter chain. It's wanting something that doesn't chaff as much. It's wanting something that, you know, it's wanting kind words, and it's wanting you to pet them and spend more time with them. It's wanting them to acknowledge that you've taken some of their liberty away, and they want something in return. And if they don't get it, you know, this dog is going to run away, or this dog is going to turn around and bite you, or something like that. They are not going to put up with it anymore. If it looks like a German Shepherd or some other kind of dog, so that might be a very specific message to some of you. It's a medium-sized to big dog. It's not a giant breed, but it's, again, its chain is too heavy, especially around its neck. Maybe if you get it a crossbody kind of one, a kind of, what do they call it, a harness, it might actually feel more comfortable, even if you've got it on that, even though it's a bigger, larger dog. A harness might be better, because it doesn't like having that restriction around its neck. Even its collar, especially if it's studded, it's too heavy and uncomfortable. And especially if it's hair and it's a husky and it's got a lot of hair around its neck, it's getting too tight. It's choking them at times. And if they tug on the chain, you know, you could end up with an unconscious dog. So please, if you're new to dogs, if you don't know how to choose a leash or a chain for them, and I really don't think you should be chaining up any dog, but if you need them on a leash, do ask the vet, do ask at the pet store for help, because you're going to end up choosing the wrong one. So I'm sorry, that is very specific, and it's very upsetting to me that any dog could go through that, but sure. Okay, so for others of you that are dealing with horses, very similar to the dog, they hate the bit. There's something about the metal on the reins, especially if there's length between the bit and like the, I don't know too much about horses, but I'm guessing they're the reins, you know, where you hook the reins to the bit that goes around their head. There's something about that metal that is either biting into their cheek or their neck, and it's very uncomfortable to them, and I think it's very sore, and it might start bleeding soon, or that link or chain is breaking. That metal itself is not very good. They could be allergic to it as well. But mostly this horse is not able to communicate with you, and that is something that they find very odd. So you are close to communicating with this horse. You are using it as a thing instead of as acknowledging it as a human being, and you're actually the least fun person. I'm sorry. Again, it seems like I'm talking about new pet owners or new animal owners. It's you need to learn a lot more about getting along with your pets and your horses, and how to take care of them as well. Even though your intentions may be good, the current choices you have are not serving them well. For those of you that asked about a pet that's passed away, what they want you to know is that you're holding on to something, especially an old identity or version of yourself that is not serving you or anyone else around you. You're not seeing the options. You're kind of being stuck to the old options, especially those of you that have a drinking or other substance problem, substance use or problem or abuse. They want you to know that there are options there for you that are healthier. They are proud of you if you've lost weight or if you have already made some changes, but they want you to know it's not enough, or you need to go back. There's a lot of mental things around you or in you that you need to work on, and what's going to help you is decluttering. You need to throw a lot of old stuff out. especially stuff that is reminding you, you know, for example, if you were overweight because you were eating too many cakes. I'm being very, very literal here, and I actually always love this card. It's so funny. But anyway, so if, for example, if you were always, you know, eating too many cakes or something like that, some of you were Twinkie addicts, I suppose. I don't know why, but anyway, they're telling you to get rid of something that maybe you used to store those cakes in, or those Twinkies in, or you know, some other kind of paraphernalia related to whatever it is that you were trying to get over. So it could be baking equipment, it could be some you know, it could be hookahs or whatever those things are called, just whatever you were using that keeps you stuck in that energy. You need to throw it away. And they're telling you that you also need to watch what you're saying, because we are going through major manifestation energy at this time, and what you say is going to pretty much set up your energy for quite a while. It can be changed, but for many of us, I think we're trying to get into that state where we are producing what we want to see over the next couple of years at least, so that we don't have to redo stuff again. So they're trying to tell you to use your words wiser, and that will help change you. So it's also about self-affirmations or self-recognition of, is that a word? Self-recognition of your finer points about what is truly you and who you really are, the image that you're presenting to the world. So please, you know, if you are one of the first three with that dog, that cat, and that horse, please get some advice on how to look after your pets, what they need, keep them informed, and get them the right equipment that you need. And you know, if you can't do that, then maybe this is not the pet for you, and you need to find them better homes. And for those of you that are needing to work on yourself, I think your pet is around you, just trying to be very supportive and try to get you to a better place than where you are. So sure, okay, that was a hectic kind of pile if you chose the Housewives Tarot. And now we're gonna go on to option number 4. Our last option. What does your pet want you to know? If you chose the Messenger of Airships or the Page of Swords from the Steampunk Tarot. And let's see what your pet, who might have, you know, who might be in spirit or has passed away, or your pet who is currently in your environment at the moment, what do they want you to know? We've got the 2 of Engines or the 2 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Engines or the 10 of Wands reversed. We've got the Aviatrix or the High Priestess. We've got the Queen of Engines or the Queen of Wands. We've got the Emperor. And we've also got the Queen of Airships. So a lot of feminine energy here. We've got the 5 of Cups or Submersibles, the 7 of Wands or Engines, and we also have the 3 of Engines. So a lot of fire energy. We could be dealing with Leos and Aries. Your pet could be a Leo or Aries or have those attributes. What do your pets want you to know? I just want to clarify the 5 of Cups. We've got the 6 of Airships or the 6 of Swords, which is good. So first of all, they want you, especially those who've passed away, to know that they are around you whenever you need them and whenever they feel you need them. So you could have quite protective pets. They want you to follow your intuition because things are getting better. They want you to know that things are really starting to look up in terms of your career and your work and even your business. There's a lot of feminine energy around you. This could actually be a few different pets all trying to send you the same message, and the majority of them would be female. they want you to know the worst is over. So why are you still kind of thinking about what you didn't get or what didn't happen or who left you or all that kind of stuff? They want you to leave it, you know. You dealt with it, you don't need to deal with it further, and now it's time to move on to better, safer areas and to concentrate on your work, on your creative work, on whatever it is that you do, and to also look at the fine print, because you're holding on to the past, or your attention to the past is kind of not allowing you to see the writing on the wall that's currently there, if that makes sense. They also want you to know that the worst is over, but there is a bit of a, not so much a struggle, but you still need to prove yourself in some way. But you are going to be successful no matter what. And that there's, you know, not only do you have the ideas, but you have the way of communicating that idea or those ideas very well. And it's almost in a I don't know why they say in a sexy way, but also what I meant to say was in a very sort of spiritual and very intuitive way, or a way that people find intuitive. So for example, if you are designing user interfaces, people are going to find your designs very intuitive. Also with the 3 of engines there, things are moving very, very fast for you. The next 3 to 4 weeks, the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be majorly significant. But you might only see the effects after 7 weeks, and it's all moving you so fast towards something. What is it moving you towards? Oh, okay. The 3 of Swords and the Empress. So they want you to leave something behind, because something else is happening so fast that's going to cause you either some sadness, or it's going to put you in some kind of precarious position, along with the 7 of Wands. But it's all going to end up well, because it's all moving you towards something that you really, really need to, that you're really trying to manifest, that you really want. And they don't want you to be stuck in the past, because then you're not paying attention to the present and the future. And if you are not paying attention, you're going to miss some kind of boat, or you're going to have to, it's not so much you're going to miss this boat, it's that if you're not paying attention, it's going to start to leave, and it's going to cause you a lot of pain and energy expended to try to catch up with it. And you are going to, because you're going to succeed, but you can avoid all that drama and stress if you just pay attention now, kind of look ahead, use your intuition, and then you know, take whatever's coming to you, because again we've got like 3 and 3, 6, and run with it, because then you're going to have everything you need. You're going to have that abundance, you're going to have that wonderful, beautiful stuff that you've been looking for. So you're getting a choice. This keeps coming up. The side, the man, one of your choices is being taken away. We've got the maze, we've got the mask, we've got star, the cross, the birds, and the iris. So if you were confused, especially about your work or some kind of burden, they're saying pay attention to the present, forget about the past, don't try to make sense of the past. You need to be where you are now, because see how close you are. I don't know if you can see. If you're not paying attention, all this, or let me tell you what I'm seeing. Will it focus? Focus, focus. No, it's not going to. Is she's so close to the center, but if she's keeps looking at her, or if she turns around and looks at him, or turns around and looks at her, she's gonna miss this opening that's coming up. So you need to pay attention, because you kind of get the idea. She's gonna switch her attention from her to him or her, and then she's gonna kind of miss this opening. So, and if you do that, it's gonna be a lot of work to get to where you're going. So someone's coming in swiftly. It's probably a man or masculine coming in, but it's going to be difficult for you to see what it's really about, and there's going to be some talk, or you're going to have to discuss something, and then you're going to find that whoever comes in is going to come in with something very significant and long term. For some of you it's love, and if it is love, it's very long term commitment and attraction. For others of you, it could be a very long term thing that's going to grow, and it could be based on the internet or something that's offered to you by this masculine. So your pet or pets are trying to tell you need to keep the eye on the ball, keep your attention focused on the present, ignore the past. Keep your eyes open for that opening coming in, so you don't miss it, and you don't have to go around another circle or run and rush and have a whole lot of drama trying to catch up to where you need to go. So that is what I have, and also that they're with you and they are always looking out for you in their own way. So nice one if you chose the Steampunk Tarot, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Take care, have fun, and keep those vibes high. Bye.